Stay tuned as we check out this brand new Marvel Legends Mystique. Pow and welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. And if you are following me on Instagram, you would have seen that this beauty arrived today. It is, of course, the exclusive Marvel Legends Mystique figure. Now in the US, this is going to be a Walgreens exclusive. And there are no Walgreens in the UK. We also have no Targets and we have no Walmart. So our exclusives have to get brought directly from the source. And luckily for me, that's what some of the online stores do. And I got mine from Indemand Toys, but I believe Kapow also have their version up for pre-order. So yeah, that is how I got mine, from Indemand Toys. UK do get lucky sometimes because we don't have the stores that these figures are exclusive to. We can sort of skip the middleman. But she is looking very nice. I really wanted a Mystique in this classic looking outfit. And she also comes with a couple of interchangeable parts, which I'll explain once I open up the figure. We also get some gold guns there on the side. So let's have a quick look at the box. So we get some nice comic art there on the side and, interestingly enough, on the back. So instead of promo art of the actual figure, we're getting a nice comic rendition, which I really like that look. And of course we have a little read up, and she is not associated with any wave, so we don't get any Build-A-Figure or nothing like that. She is a Walgreens single pack exclusive. So without further ado, let's get her open. And here is Mystique out of the box with all of her accessories. And I must admit, first impressions are very nice. Really like the look of this figure. Looks very crisp from just first impressions, and I really like the face sculpt. I really want to show that off in more detail. But of course she's wearing mostly white and my background is white, so I don't think I will do her justice by showing her off currently. So I'm going to pull out my backup display and see if I can show off her details. There you go, so a bit of movie magic, and hopefully this shows the figure off a little bit better. Now, let's start on the positives, because I really like this face sculpt. Really like her teeth, her little smirk, her lipstick, her trademark yellow eyes with the black outline there, and the hair is nicely sculpted, and it even has a fade to it, like it gets darker as it goes down, and that is all the way around. It's a little bit glossier here as well towards the bottom. I don't know, I just really like that hair. And it also has that silver trademark skull she has on her parting. And it's just a really nice, evil sort of grin expression. I like it a lot. So that's a positive thing. Moving down, the paint is a little bit fuzzy, shall we say, in places. I can see a little bit of blue coming across there on the waist. I'm not sure if it comes across on camera very well, if it's even focusing. And also as well on these skulls, which are nicely sculpted, there is a little bit of white here on my skull, which is right on the front, which is a little bit frustrating. But these skulls they showed off at San Diego Comic-Con. They were teasing new figures, and a lot of us guessed straight away it was, of course, the bout most famously known with Mystique. And these skull are attached to her skirt piece. So this skirt piece is attached to her skull bout, and she's on the same body as Elektra and Psylocke. These boots are painted, but there is no boot cut, of course. It is just white and blue, but it is nice and crisp. So from a distance, she will look fine. But if you do want to investigate and get a bit closer, all the edges are a little bit fuzzy, but I can live with that. Honestly, I can live with that. She looks nice overall. So while I've got her zoomed in, let's show off these other heads. First of all, Lilandra, the Shi'ar Empire leader. There we go, if it will focus. And this is a very nice head sculpt as well. Really like the pink lipstick there. The eye makeup is nice. Really like it. The silver chrome is decent with that chin strap all the way around. Just a very nice head sculpt, which is interesting why they're giving it us with Mystique. Like, were you not getting a Lilandra figure, Hasbro? Is that not happening? I know a lot of people are putting this head on the Silver Sable body. I don't get my Silver Sable till next week, so when I do get it, I will make sure I put this on there to see what it looks like. But still, it's nice for customizers. It's easier to make the bodies than it is to make the heads, so I'm sure people are going to be happy with that. So that looks nice. And then lastly, it comes with this Rogue head, which is a little bit stiffer to put on. And if you didn't know, in the comics, Mystique actually adopted Rogue when she was younger and helped raise Rogue. I'm not sure if that's been retconned or not, but that definitely happened at some point. And yeah, it's Rogue, the head sculpt we've seen before, but now she's got those yellow eyes, and then half the face fades to blue, and it's Mystique. So yeah, looks very nice. That ear is skin tone though, weirdly enough. But yeah, that looks very nice. But why Rogue? Interesting. Interesting. As I said, they do have history in the comics. But yeah, overall people really like this head sculpt. And of course, you could pop this head sculpt onto anybody you want. And it could be Mystique changing into them. But for her classic look, this is a very nice looking figure. So of course she comes with some weapons as well. She is a master assassin after all, and she comes with these 2 gold guns. I don't know if gold guns are a great idea or not. This one comes warped out of the box. Everyone's is going to come out like this because they package it in this little end bit in a hole. So everyone's is going to come out bent like this, which isn't a big deal, let's be honest. So she has a trigger finger hand. Well, she has 2 trigger finger hands, so you can actually get in a hold in the gun very nicely, to be fair. This other gun, I'm sure we have seen it with Chameleon. I think that's the first place we've seen it. Could be wrong, maybe a Hydra guy or something like that, where this actual piece comes off. So I'm sure you can swap out and use many of your guns from your collection if you wanted to. And this one's a little bit more awkward to hold, but she will hold it. There you go, I told you she'd hold it, but just not very well. Again, these females without double jointed elbows isn't great for things like this. And the gun's probably just a little bit too big for these female bucks, but oh well, it's an option if you wanted to, but I might have warped her hands now. Oh well. But again, it's a white hand, so I'm sure any female figure with white hands, I'm sure you can pop on and off. Do these come off? Yeah, these come off easy. So if you do have any female figures with white hands, I can't think off the top of my head, but if you do, I'm sure you'll be able to swap them out. But this gun's, she's more known for holding a gun like this in the comics, and as I said, she holds that very well. Well, she used to before I warped all her hands up holding that bigger gun. But yeah, so Master Assassin, I hear you say. I heard no one say that. But still, let's pretend you did. Master Assassin, who is she, you ask? Well, good job for you. I have a segment on this channel where I ask the question. Mystique, who is she?
This is the part of the video where we ask the question, who is she? And I try and give you a little bit of information about the character this figure is inspired by. So, Mystique, who is she? Real name Raven Darkholme, Mystique is a shapeshifter mutant who can mimic anyone's appearance and voice. Her natural look is her iconic blue skin and yellow eyes, most famously known as a villain of the X-Men. Her first appearance was in Miss Marvel 16 in 1978, however she was in disguise even then. Mystique's true age isn't known as her rejuvenating cells age slowly and she retains her youthful looks. It is possible she could be over 100 years old. She is a skilled assassin embedded in mutant history and remains an enemy to the X-Men, even though she is the mother of Nightcrawler.
There you go, so I hope that helped. Again, I do not claim to be an expert, but it is nice to have a little bit of information about the characters these figures are inspired by. So let's get into some comparisons. And first and foremost, let's have Psylocke, as these two share the exact same body mold, just obviously different paint pieces. And obviously Mystique has a skirt piece and Psylocke only has a sash. But yeah, these are on the same mold, so the same articulation as these two. So you know I don't really like going over articulation, but it's the same as Psylocke and Elektra, that type of vibe. So actually, let's keep Psylocke there and bring in Rogue. So look at these three iconic female characters in the X-Men universe, in my favourite renditions of their costumes as well. As you can tell, I was raised in the 90s, but these three look great. So let's try that Rogue head on this Rogue, shall we? So it should be simple, as it's the exact same head. Just a little bit stiff, but there you go, it clicked in. So there is Rogue, or is it Mystique? Who knows? It's a mystery. So yeah, there you go. There's Rogue. Oh, wait a minute. There's Mystique. So maybe, just for fun, you could have your Mystique infiltrating your X-Men on your shelf and see if any of your friends can notice that Mystique is actually Rogue. But yeah, that'll be fun. But they look good. I have tried to put that head on this body, but her hair gets in the way in the jacket and it just didn't work out. But I'm sure people can experiment and put this Mystique head on many figures to sort of use for ACBA and whatnot. As let's be honest, Mystique has endless possibilities as she is a shapeshifter after all. So let's move these out the way and bring in some male characters. Again, some more of my favourites with Wolverine and Psylocke. Again, You can tell I was raised in the 90s. These are my favourite costumes for these figures. And again, Mystique is definitely going to find a home on my shelf as they look really, really nice together. So just pulling all these in real quick, I can see that it's going to be a good year for X-Men figures, isn't it? As we've still got the Caliban wave to come that are going to fill some much needed gaps in the collection. And very happy. All I want now, to be honest, and Hasbro haven't announced it yet, is Storm, but in her white outfit like in the cartoon. As the version we got of the 80s Storm isn't my favourite version of Storm, unfortunately. But look how good these are starting to look. And we're going to get Gambit, we're going to get Beast, we're going to get Jubilee, we're going to get Professor X on his hover chair. Good times, people, good times. So overall, really, really like this figure. It's nice that they gave us some interchangeable heads. Again, that one's got a nice gimmick, and Lilandra just makes me ask questions. But again, customizers, get yourself an extra silver sable, make a little cape, get a staff, and you can make the Shi'ar Empire leader standing next to Gladiator on your shelf. But yeah, Mystique looking very nice. Just need to iron out that gun or swap out of another one. I think it's the same gun as Paddling. But as you can tell, I'm rambling, but still very happy with this figure. You let me know in the comments below, are you going to get Mystique? Is this your favourite costume for Mystique, as she has had a few throughout the years? But as always, you know what to do. Go and check out the videos tab. Tons of Marvel Legends reviews on the channel, as always. And every time I get a comic character, I do try to throw in a who is he or she segment. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thank you very much, and as always, my name is Dan W, and I shall see you on the next one.